Hello and welcome to an actual play sample of My Brain is a Stick of Butter. This is an introspective solo game about life with ADHD by me, Adam Bell. I just wanted to put a video up so that people could see how this game is played. I'm not going to play through the whole game, I'll play through one day. I usually play an entire week, but just to see kind of how the game feels to play and what it's like, let's take a look. So, in the back of this book are five different play sheets, five of the same play sheet, but five individual play sheets that you can play on. Um, and that is so that you can play. All you need is a deck of cards, a pencil, and a six-sided die. Then I just throw on the ground. Grab a different one so I don't have to lean over. Um, it's killing me a little bit. So I've set up my character already. The character creation is very simple. I often just play as myself when I play this game. You could play a fictional character. That part is fully up to you. But all you need is your name, a little portrait. You need your job. I just wrote the word computer. I'm going to keep it vague. Uh, how you relax. I wrote here that I like to watch baseball. My hobby is game design, and my other hobby is coffee. I should not forget to call. These are people that are important. My brother Andy or my partner Sasha. And then the last thing that you do is you write down the four things that you did most recently, one for each of the four task clocks. These task clocks are kind of like all of the things that you're trying to get done in the week that you're playing through. So it's not super important to be kind of specific about what they mean. It's just if you fill the clock up, that means whatever you wanted to get done for that clock, you did for the week, and that's great. And anywhere close, filling anything in, to me, that's a win. At least you did something. Um, the four clocks are work, socializing, chores, and enjoyment. Those are the four kind of obligations that we all have to ourselves in our lives. Let's get started. The steps in a day. The first thing you do is, if this is not your first day, you would erase the today clock. This is kind of how we track the passage of time. You would bump up this. If you finished Monday, you'll cross out Monday so you know you're on Tuesday, but we're on Monday, so I don't have to do that. The next step is to decide the starting task, which is what I've done here. Nope, I got the wrong card. Because it's the beginning of the week, it's Monday, I would like to start with some work. I think it's time for me to do my job, my computer job. That's all I have written. Um, Last thing I did is send emails because now it is the beginning of a round. At the beginning of a round, you can choose either to try to divert your attention, which isn't really relevant right now since I just chose. When you wake up, you kind of get a little more agency on, I'm going to start my day right. I'm going to go do some work. In this example, I'm going to treat it as though it's my real life, which is I work at the desk that I'm filming this in, which, is good. And it's also whatever. This isn't about me, this is about the game. Here is what you do. I'm not going to divert my attention. And so the next thing, you have to remember the last thing you did in this task. I have it written down conveniently on this whiteboard. I sent emails the last time I did this task. And then you roll the brain die. So any six-sided die will do. I got a 2. 2, you'll see the handy reference here. Can't do this right now. Erase the whiteboard. Pull a card to switch tasks. Pull a second card if you didn't switch. So while it was handy to have these written down, I've immediately started my day on the wrong foot. I sat down to do work, and instead, I found myself socializing. I tried to pull up, maybe I opened up my email, Teams, all the crap that you have to do for work, and I also opened up Discord, and I have spent this time just kind of shitposting on Discord and having a nice time. But that's not work. So that's the first step of the day. We now bump back up to the steps in a round. My first choice is to divert attention to a different task. Yes, absolutely. I'd like to get back to work, please. And the way this works is you look at that current clock, in this case my work clock, it has 6 unfilled segments. So I'm going to draw 6 cards, And as long as at least one of these is a spade, then I successfully divert my attention. Um, and I did get 2 of them, which is great. I can get back to work. All right. I probably don't log off of Discord, but I, close the tab or minimize it or whatever you do. So let's see how it goes. It's not a great day for working. I am met with endless distractions. I would erase a tick in the work clock had I gotten anything done, like I'm making kind of a mess for myself. And I would erase the whiteboard as well. There's nothing on it. This whole day is a blank slate. It is done with that round. We're done with that round. So one way to think about the today clock would be that these are 4-hour chunks. And so another way is just that it's kind of the abstract measure of the day passing, of the times where you feel like you do need to be locked in. Maybe there's 4 separate times in the day where you have to be locked in. I haven't been locked in, but I'm through 2. But I am going to treat this as though this is the end of the workday. So I don't want to continue working. Sure, I didn't get anything done, but I'm not paid to work after hours, so I'm not gonna. I think maybe since I didn't get any work done, I will try to do some chores. So once again, pulling 6 cards because there shouldn't be jokers, because there are 6 unfilled segments of my clock. I thankfully got 1 clubs. I can divert my attention to my chores. The last thing that me as a character did in chores, although not me in real life, I still need to do this, was the dishes. Thankfully, I remembered that because I can't refer to it, but that means I don't lose progress. Not that I have progress, but you understand. It's a 5. 5 is feeling productive. Mark a tick on the task clock and write your accomplishment. So, for me, what happened here is simple. I made a nice meal. And I even cleaned up after myself. So not only is the meal nice, I didn't accumulate a pile of dishes. Great. That is the 3rd tick in the today clock. Moving on, I'm going to once again divert my attention. I would like to do some enjoyment. I want to sit down and watch TV. Apparently, the deck agrees with me because I drew 4 hearts. Let's see how it goes. It goes all right. So much to do. Mark a tick on the task clock. Pull to switch task, write what I accomplished, and what pulled me away. I think I watched a game of baseball. But while I was doing that, maybe it was a blowout and I got distracted, I got more hearts. So nothing really pulled me away. But while I'm sitting there watching baseball, maybe I was on my phone. I was playing Marvel Snap. I enjoyed myself twice, 2 different ways. That's nice. So that is this last tick of the today clock, which means I have finished Monday. Because one option here would be, if I feel like I really need to get some stuff done, I can stretch into this part of the today clock, but every time I do that, I have to mark some sleep debt. And that means I'm not sleeping. I want to go to sleep. It's time for sleeping. So I'm going to erase the today clock because it's the beginning of a brand new day. And I'll do a couple more turns here just to see if anything else happens. So again, beginning of a day, you decide your starting task. Let's get back to work. I pull. I set a spades card because that is the suit for work. I set the cards back, and then let's see how it goes. The last thing I did for work was, I think, still just that one email that I sent. It's a 6. Big time focus. I mark 2 ticks in that task clock. It's about time. All of yesterday's work gets done. And also some of today's work. So, crushed it at work. I solved some issues that I needed to do. Because that's all I really do, is fix problems. Great. I think for the next step, I'm going to continue. I got a good groove working here at work. Let's see if I can continue. I absolutely cannot erase the whiteboard. Erase a tick in the current clock. Back down to 1 tick at work. Write what pulled your focus away. It must just be, sure, I did all that work, but I never told anybody I did it. All the people that were waiting on me, I was supposed to do this one thing and then hand it off to somebody else. I never handed it off. So that kind of removed some of that work that I did because I was playing video games. Same computer, same desk. I play video games at this desk. So that is, I forgot to mark the today clock, but that's the second mark of the today clock. I will finish this day and then call it a video because I think you're kind of getting the point here. I think we're seeing most of everything. Again, it's the end of the workday. Let us pull to switch tasks. I think it's time to see some friends. So I find a diamond. I know the last thing I did in the socializing clock was shitpost on Discord. So maybe it is kind of a game night that we're doing online. Let's see how it goes. It's a 5. Yeah, I played Skull online with some friends, and it was a nice time. We were supposed to play Blood on the Clock Tower, but it didn't work out. Not enough people showed up, so we played Skull. It was a great time. This is actually what happened to me yesterday, so that's good. That's the third tick of the today clock, and for our final trick, I think I will... Did I cheat in my own game? Wow, I did. I don't know what to do. See, I've got the light, I've got the camera, I've got the other camera. I cheated. 1 second ago, whenever I diverted my attention, I just decided that it worked. I was supposed to draw cards for it. Let's pretend that it would have worked. Because I'm going to do it now. I'll show you exactly how it's supposed to work. I think I should do some chores. Let's make some dinner. So I have 5 unmarked sections of the chores clock. 1, 2, 3, 4. No jokers. 5. I did get at least 1 clubs. Let's, for the sake of explaining how it works, pretend that I didn't get any clubs. 4, 5. Come on. Come on. 5. So yeah, pretend that I didn't draw 4 separate cards with clubs on them, and I got this instead. So if I was trying to divert to clubs, but didn't, I just look at the most common suit represented. In this case, it's diamonds. So socializing, I just can't. I'm sitting on this Discord call with some friends. Nobody has said, "Hey, it's time to go," and I'm not going to be the person that says that. So I'm gonna keep socializing. I'm having a great time. Sidetracked. I erase the whiteboard. I pull a card. I mark 1 tick on the drawn task and switch, or I stick to the current task. So yeah, I am sitting here on this computer. I know that I just realized, oh crap, I forgot to send that email that I finished my work that somebody needed me to finish. So I do it. I send the email right before I log off and go to bed. Right? I'm like, oh, see you guys. I scrounged some food out of the kitchen or whatever. No meal today. It's not that sad. I did eat enough. It was a calorically valid day. Just not... What am I explaining? It's a fucking game. I think that's going to do it for us. As you see, this game gets me a little... I don't know. Too introspective, I think. That's going to do it for me today. That was 2 days of My Brain is a Stick of Butter. I hope you enjoyed it. I got some stuff done as a character. That's great. Thanks. Bye.